Rough, calloused fingers swiftly glide over the guitar strings, breaking through the cacophony with a dissonant yet strangely alluring melody. The music causes Taylor Swift, who was passing by, to come to a halt, her eyes fixed on the gloomy street corner. She turns around and strides briskly toward the source of the melody. In the dim light, a man sits on a tattered blanket, his fingers deftly plucking an old guitar, producing melancholic tones. The man, Daniel Hayes, looks up as Taylor approaches. "You truly have talent," she says sincerely. He blinks as if he can't believe someone like her is speaking to him. "Thank you," Daniel replies. "Music is all I have left." And sorry. Taylor quietly listens as he shares the tragedies of his life. When Daniel plays another tune, the slow, emotive notes feel like a personal narrative. She realizes this is not just an ordinary street corner. It is the genesis of a story that will change their lives. Thank you for following our story. If you love heartfelt and meaningful tales like this, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the surprises ahead. Amid the bustling city where noise and chaos reign supreme, a moment of tranquility suddenly unfolds, forever altering the lives of two completely different individuals. On a warm afternoon, Taylor Swift, a global music icon with songs echoing through stadiums and touching the hearts of millions, decides to stroll through a neighborhood she rarely visits. What begins as a simple walk becomes a story of resilience, compassion, and the transformative power of music, a story that will later inspire millions. That day, Taylor wasn't seeking inspiration. Dressed casually, in jeans, a hoodie, and oversized sunglasses, she just wanted to escape the stage lights and reconnect with the world around her. The city's noise became a pleasant distraction. Distant car horns, hushed conversations, the whispers of ongoing life. But then, amidst the chaotic sounds, a melody emerges, piercing through it all. The sound is imperfect, unrefined, yet carries such genuine emotion that Taylor has to stop. She turns into a street corner and sees him, a man sitting on a ragged blanket, his old guitar as worn as his clothing. His fingers dance over the strings, creating a hauntingly beautiful melody. The man, Daniel Hayes, has the appearance of someone who has lived through countless lifetimes. His clothes are tattered, his hair unkempt, and his face bears the marks of sorrow and resilience. But when he plays the guitar, there seems to be a certain magic that compels people to pause. His raspy yet emotive voice carries lyrics about loss, hope, and an indomitable spirit. Taylor stands from a distance, listening quietly. The music is not just a song, it is a story. And Taylor, a natural storyteller, feels a strong urge to explore it. As the song ends, a small group of listeners claps politely before leaving. But Taylor remains standing. She steps forward, placing a neatly folded bill into the open guitar case. Daniel looks up, their eyes meet, and for a moment, both fall silent. "That was wonderful," Taylor says sincerely. "You really have talent." And now Daniel blinks, seemingly unable to believe she is speaking to him. "Thank you," he murmurs. "Music is all I have left." Taylor kneels to his level, ignoring the curious glances of those around them. "What's your name?" "Daniel Hayes," he replies. "Used to be in a band. Now I just play wherever I can." She smiles. "Daniel, your music is truly genuine, as if you're telling a story that people need to hear." Daniel shrugs, his expression still guarded. "Most people don't stop long enough to listen." As they converse, Daniel begins to open up, bit by bit. He was once a member of a local band, playing in bars and small venues. They dreamed of reaching the top, dreams that carried them for a while. But then life, as usual, took them in different directions. Members left to find stable jobs, care for families, or pursue other paths. Daniel stayed behind, clinging to music. Then greater hardship struck. Job loss, the death of a loved one. With no safety net, he fell into homelessness, surviving through his guitar. "I've written so many songs," Daniel says, his voice tinged with pride and sadness. But now they're only for those who happen to pass by. Taylor listens attentively, her heart tightening at his words. She sees the pain in his eyes, but also recognizes his resilience. Here is someone with every reason to give up, yet he chooses to continue to create. "You have a special gift, Daniel," she gently says. "Never stop playing." During their conversation, Taylor feels a powerful urge, not to turn Daniel into a project or a charity case, but because she sees in him an artist, a voice worthy of being heard. "Can I hear another song?" she asks. Daniel hesitates, then nods. He adjusts the guitar on his lap and begins a different melody. This time, the song is slower, more profound. Taylor can feel the weight of his experiences in every note. When he finishes, she applauds, her smile radiant. "That was amazing," she says. "Have you ever thought about recording these songs?" Daniel chuckles softly, shaking his head. "Recording? I can't even afford new strings." In Taylor's mind, ideas begin to swirl. She doesn't say anything immediately, but she knows she can't let this encounter end at that street corner. In the days that followed, Taylor couldn't stop thinking about Daniel. She reached out to a few trusted people within her network, not to draw attention, but to find a quiet way to help. Through a local community program, she arranged for Daniel to have a safe place to stay, regular meals, and the support he needed to get back on his feet. She also connected him with a small, independent recording studio that agreed to work with him professionally. Taylor quietly covered all the costs, ensuring Daniel would never feel like a charity case. When Daniel walked into the studio for the first time, he was overwhelmed. The soundproof walls, the professional equipment, it was like stepping into an entirely different world compared to his familiar street corner. But as soon as he picked up his guitar, all his worries faded. He poured every ounce of emotion into his recording sessions, capturing songs that embodied his raw authenticity and inner strength. Daniel's achievements didn't come from blinding spotlights or massive stages, but from those honest moments that reached the hearts of everyday people. From the small venues where he first played, Daniel's name began to spread. Local music clubs started inviting him to perform, and his audience grew steadily. His intimate, soulful performances became a place where people gathered to listen, share, and empathize through every note. One of the biggest turning points came when Daniel was invited to perform at a community music festival. There, he shared the stage with renowned local artists, bringing his songs to a larger crowd. His authentic music and emotionally charged voice not only made people listen, but also made them deeply feel the stories he told. Daniel's music began to catch the attention of local radio stations. Some of his songs were played on late-night shows, where listeners called in to share their emotions about the profound messages in his lyrics. A well-known DJ in the area even referred to him as a storyteller through music, helping Daniel's name travel farther. Daniel also began using his growing influence to support young artists and those facing struggles. He organized fundraising concerts aimed at providing musical instruments and resources for aspiring musicians who were battling difficult circumstances. Through his own story and music, he inspired many to overcome adversity and chase their dreams. Moreover, one of Daniel's songs was chosen as the soundtrack for a short documentary about the lives of the homeless. The song's emotional melody highlighted the humanistic story in the film, helping it win an award at an independent film festival. Though not an international star, Daniel slowly became a local symbol, an artist who brought hope and inspiration to the community. From afar, Taylor kept track of his progress, proud that the small act of help she provided had opened the door to an extraordinary journey for Daniel. Deep down, she knew that his success wasn't just due to talent, but to the power of sincerity and trust that he cultivated through each note. Daniel's songs didn't break chart records or become viral phenomena, but they found their audience. His music resonated in local communities, touching those who identified with the authenticity in each lyric. Taylor stayed in touch, quietly encouraging him and celebrating his milestones. She never posted anything about him or made public announcements. She wanted Daniel's music to speak for itself. Months later, Daniel performed at a community event supporting struggling artists. As he looked out at the crowd, he saw faces that weren't just there for the music, but because of his story. After the final song, Daniel approached the microphone. "A year ago, I was just a guy playing guitar on a street corner, wondering if anyone would listen," he said. "Today, I stand here because someone listened, and because they believed in me, I started to believe in myself." Or the crowd erupted into thunderous applause. Daniel may not have become a household name, but his music continued to touch people's hearts. He used his platform to advocate for homeless artists, sharing his story as a testament to the power of resilience and kindness. As for Taylor, she often thought back to that sunny afternoon. In her heart, she understood that this was not just about changing Daniel's life, but a reminder of why she started writing music in the first place: to tell stories, to connect, and to find meaning in the shared human experience. Together, in their own ways, they proved that sometimes the smallest gestures create the largest ripples. Daniel's story is a reminder that sometimes just a small act of kindness can change a life. It's the power of empathy, belief, and second chances. Have you ever helped someone overcome a hardship or received meaningful help yourself? Share your story in the comments. If you feel that this story touched your heart, please share it with your friends and family. Every small action we take can create big waves, bringing hope and inspiration to those who need it. Thank you for supporting our channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to receive the latest updates. These stories are collected from various sources and do not represent any specific individual or organization. They are shared to promote human values in life and have been rewritten with the support of AI. If there are any mistakes, please overlook them with understanding. Wishing you all the best in life.